Hey everyone, Alejandro here, back for part 2 of MasterFi. We're still in onboarding. We've just connected all of our accounts via Plaid to complete the MasterFi onboarding process. First, you can see it's showing me options for what I can see visually from my account data I've already connected. So let's go with plot my net worth over time. So now in the background, it's rendering this chart, and then it's going to present that to me along with some findings. Great. So it's created some charts for me to look at. As you can see, we've got a net worth over time, account balances, account type distribution, and your assets versus your liabilities. Looking at this, I've also been given a key trends, my net worth. MasterFi can pull information based on questions you ask it. Let's use an example. How much did I spend on shopping last month? It looks like I spent this amount last month at Amazon and at Target. We have different types of calculators to analyze situations at any time. Let's go with calculating my loan payments, and it'll ask me for a few inputs and then provide the output and a visual representation. For a loan, let's go ahead and say it's a 15K loan, 8% interest rate, and 3 years. Great. So in this case, it's giving me a breakdown, what my monthly payment is, my total interest paid over time over this 3-year period, and the total amount I'll pay. Last question here, which is basically MasterFi can look up anything related to personal finance or finance from the web. So that's the purpose of step 4. Let's go ahead and pick one about what are the current market conditions. Okay, so I got my response here from MasterFi about current status of the market, some different bullets here with relevant, interesting details. The purpose is to show how it works and different things you can do using MasterFi at any time. Now we have a short book question which helps us better understand things like what are your goals, your challenges, and the things that may be stressing you out about money. Let's run through these questions. What would I immediately change tomorrow? Improved budgeting. What areas of personal finance do I find most frustrating? Investing for retirement and saving for specific goals. What makes me anxious about money? Anxious I won't have enough for retirement. These are just some baseline questions so that MasterFi can better understand what your goals and challenges are. You can write, pretty short little responses is super helpful so that MasterFi can have better context. After answering those 6 questions, you'll get taken to something that looks like this, which is a short little overview of some key metrics as it relates to your personal financial health. Things like how much of an emergency fund do I have? How am I utilizing my 401k match? How much am I using in terms of my available credit? What's my savings rate? How much am I spending on non-essentials, discretionary spending? So it gives me a nice breakdown, both visually and through a set of sections, things that are looking good, perhaps areas for improvement. That's your financial health dashboard. The next step is you'll build your action plan. It's setting a suggested priority based on all of the accounts you've connected, all the data you've provided, your goals as well. And it's organizing, hey, what are the most important steps you should take and in what order to help you achieve your goals? In some cases, as you can see here, my emergency fund, I have 4.4 months worth of living expenses saved. So that's pretty good. But my retirement accounts, it's not quite at the target for my age range. So therefore, this one is higher. Now, budgeting and savings is showing up as number 1 because 48% of my expenses are going to non-essential spending, which is a little bit too high. So this is how the action plan for MasterFi is built on your data to help you figure out the most important things to get started and in what order to achieve your goals. Once you're here, you can just say proceed. If you're good with that order, you can also change the order if you want to, let's say I wanted to put high interest debt above my emergency fund. And that's it for onboarding. Now you're into budgeting and savings in this case, which will be a topic for another video.